My name is Donna Pierre. I am the Disaster Risk Management Specialist, and I'm working with the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency Coordinating Unit. So where we are now is that we've just received that okay from the Red Cross, the IFRC rather, to be the custodians of the STM. The strategic targeting methodology is a process that was developed by the International Federation for Red Cross and supported by the CDIMA CU. And it seeks to help communities select the most at-risk areas through a very transparent and objective way. It's really a data gathering process. The toolkit itself has a gender component in it, but what we are doing is expanding that to capture the realities on the ground. I've done a number of training programs with the GCRSP, and where the STM started getting a lot of attention was through the gender analysis training. When I was asked to report on my experiences in capturing gender through the STM toolkit, and that's when I realized the gaps that existed within the current toolkit. And that is where we started to massage it. And they've given me, particularly through Dana, she's given me a lot of ideas in terms of the questions that you can put in and the implications of not having those questions in.
What we're hoping is that they'll have a better understanding of how to conduct a basic gender analysis, to know what kinds of questions to ask. Your basic questions are who does what, male or female, where do they do it, because that can be very important in terms of natural disasters, where to evacuate, and also whether they observe certain things that can be used in warning systems. Who controls the resources? Who decides which resources will be saved? Who makes the decisions, male or female? And at what level do they make those decisions?
Through the training, we have come to realize that we have some work to do there to really investigate that area a bit more so it can capture the kind of data we need so we can understand the vulnerabilities through a gender lens as well. And one of the things that the STM strives to do, and it's one of the areas that we are now working to really amend it properly so we can collect the right data or more accurate data, is how do we reflect the gender realities on the ground. And we recognize some of the work we need to do. There were some conversations that started around the table, and this would have involved a few of my colleagues from the Joint Regional Communications Center out of Impact.
Well, I would have met Donna at the conflicts analysis course that we did in Washington, DC, I believe it was in May. And then she had reached out, basically indicating she had this project to do for work and that she needed some help with. I was able then to provide some assistance for her as to what needed to be done in the design of that spreadsheet to generate the analysis that she was looking for, and to help her compile some of the formulas to get it done.
So that's where we have been, and that's how they've been involved. It's like an informal dialogue where we said, okay, we are colleagues, we're all in the whole data gathering business, and to borrow from their expertise as to how best we can now advance the STM process, so to add more value to countries. What the GCRSP did for me, what it did really was to bring to the fore the inherent capacities, and now is a strategy or a way forward in terms of how do you now regroup yourself, identifying exactly where those strengths are and building on it from the CDIMA CU's end as well as the other regional partners, because the courses allowed for a lot of dialogue and engagement and networking amongst the participants.